What? Oh, right. Oh, right. I forgot about this shit. There you go. Hello, Igami. Oh, is there... Oh, what gave you that idea, I wonder? I have no idea. As I always say, you know, like, even if I quote-unquote rest, like, it's not like I'm gonna lie on bed the whole day. So, we might as well draw, you know. Might as well. This thing is hard. So hard. So cool. I'm gonna abandon my original idea. I'm just gonna do whatever that works. Where are my lines, actually? Oh, they're here. Okay. Wait. I see, yeah. Indeedos. We are facing more issues. That is true. Hey, Grok, is this true? But yeah, it's another day in the life, huh? Why do I put my adjustments above the line art? Oh, because it does affect the lines a little bit. So nice. How nice. Right, and this was stacked, right? So I need these guys to lock to this. Yeah, this way my adjustment can actually be drawn. I can actually paint over this. If not, it's kind of hard to deal with the colors. This is going to be kind of dark. I'm going to redo this. Oops. Hey, where did my line color go? You what? Why is it not working? I don't get it. Interesting, it just doesn't work the same way. Why does this bring the line color up, but this one doesn't? It does until I do this. Weird. Well, I just have to deal with it for now. I think the line color, yeah, No idea what's happening, but it's okay. I want the layers to be here because I need it to be here so that we can paint colors on top of it, but below the lines. So cool. So true. Meow 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 meow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh my god, what the heck? Thank you, Igami. See you soon. Use it, bye bye. Shit. No idea, dude. What? What? Is there? Oh, there's more shit on top. Ah, crap. Is that why it didn't work? Oh, okay, it's probably because of this. Forgot to move this layer down. Come on, man. Oh my god. Man. Dang, I have to do this again. For like the third time. So cool. And that would explain why these guys didn't work, because they were missing one thing. I think, was it below? Shit. Oops. Apply, apply, select. Apply, select, apply, select. Hello, select, apply. Actually, no, I didn't have to do this. No, it still doesn't work. Never mind. Or I'll stop doing this shit. So much for the original idea. I think I'm just gonna let it. We're just gonna execute that idea and with a different comp, because we did have we do have that one from the past. That one has a much similar color and all that, so I'll just use that, I guess. And then this one we just do whatever, we just practice painting. And it is quite the practice because we have no idea what we're doing. There's like no reference, no colors, no reference for any of this. For the forms and the shapes. We just have to figure it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we get the experience, I guess. Oh, I guess. What's wrong with this color? It's too orange. Actually, the skin could... no, probably not to this extent. Kind of yellow though. That removes the color. Oh shit. Don't do that. Yeah, I made an announcement like but only for the people subscribed to the YouTube, also hello the virus, YouTube and Twitch notifications about a possible change in stream timing. I didn't ping everybody because there was no point. Pingu. Also, as you can see, I've abandoned my original idea of the virus. If we get some nice painting in, I think that's good enough. This is mayhaps one of the points of growth, if I may say so myself, just because my past self would try to make it work no matter what, because I'm convinced that that is the way upwards. And I don't think I'm wrong either, but I feel like there is that balance between trying to make life difficult for yourself and then trying to make life easier for yourself. It has to be difficult to get somewhere, but then if it's always difficult, then GG. So we tried. I'm just going to make some concessions and then we just do whatever. Which is this, which is literally whatever, because I don't know what's happening. I don't know where we're going, but colors look agreeable for now. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh. What color for skin though? Skin though? During these low tension is where you catch out internalized what you learn. Oh, might be true. I think there's always these moments where I kind of gave up, and then we just do whatever, where we kind of make some breakthroughs, kind of. Without the pressure of everything pushing down, I think it's a bit easier to maybe it's just like, you know what? I want this thing. How do I make this thing happen? I guess we could just do this. Is it the best? No, but it works, I guess, for now. Although I also feel like it's a bit of a... Oh, what's the word? I don't know what a good word is, but like, you know, Almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You let yourself do it 1 or 2 times and then you get used to seeing it and then all of a sudden you're okay with it. I mean, that sounds like a concession to me. That doesn't sound like it's necessarily growth. But I mean, if you're happy, I guess it's all anyone can ask for sometimes. Yeah, it is kind of poo-poo farts, isn't it? Yeah, but ETs, what ETs? I mean, it's not like the I mean, okay. To be fair, it is the recent scheduling, right? Like the streams. You know, I was thinking the other way. It's kind of insane. I did all the streams sitting on the same chair, like on this chair. It's not about sitting. It's just about the chair. I thought it was kind of cool. It's a very old chair. Anyways, never mind the chair, but yeah, it is a problem that sort of stemmed from this recent scheduling. By recent, I mean the 400 streams, but in terms of like other problems, it's been around for like a decade. Not necessarily particularly new, but it's just everything compounding. It's a bit of a problem. Compounding and it's not interest? What do I do with the skin and the clothing? I'm getting very confused. Also, the wolves needs to be darker. These boils are a little bit too bright, I think. They're just taking on the color of the scene. But how do I make them do color but also keep the existing color, you know? How do I do that? Darken? But doesn't darken just replace the colors? It doesn't actually do some math on it. Maybe something like this, but I guess we still do have to retune the hard light, perhaps? Maybe hard light. Let's try hard light for that. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Oh, did I select a new color at some point? What the hell? Oh, I was just really light with my brush strokes. Maybe I should keep the line like this so I can actually see what's happening first. One day we can sit down and just do nothing. That would be nice. So nice. Wow, so nice. Oh, because hard light, I see. It's doing some weird stuff with my colors. Wait, what? Why is it on average? Hard light is kind of useful, huh? It is kind of slightly easier to put colors in while keeping the original kind of vibe. Maybe. I'm hoping it's not just because I'm seeing these colors for too long and I'm just getting a little bit skewed. Because there is some... Wait, no, hang on. I'm not even on the hard light. Alright, okay, never mind. Never mind. Not even on that layer, dude. Holy shit. Wait, how do you... Wait, what? How do you get these guys to go down like that? Was it hard? What? Okay, I guess I need normal layer here. I need the pants to be black. But they're also kind of like dark gray. So maybe they need darker colors too. Yeah, okay, this makes more sense, I think. This is actually dark enough. And then we have some of these left over, like wait, when did I change this to soft light? Wait, what? Am I tripping? Actually tripping right now, wait, huh? What? What's happening, broski? What? Oh. We have some nice blues left over that we can use as well. Just noise. Like the ears here. Already work. Maika. No, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna delete it. Oh, I guess anything that's white colored, you just kind of keep it like untouched because it's just whatever nonsense that you've already put in. Ah, very cool. At this rate, I'm gonna go from like hating drawing like white colored items and materials to like loving them because you don't need to do any other extra step then. Once your initial color tuning is done, it's just there. It's just whatever you have. That's nice. Dang, dude. No way. Unbelievable. Oh wait, I need to grab these guys. I also tried like some other sort of effects with the background because I was still trying to execute on the previous idea. Where'd it go? Like these guys here. I was trying to like smack like just random night scenes into these. How do I show you guys the full here? I mean, it's just like a... Yeah, it's kind of hard to see if other... But it's just like a city of Tokyo or something. Like a city of Tokyo. Yes. Just a photo of Tokyo from the top. Nothing really makes any sense. Like the lighting just doesn't really fit having stuff like this, I feel like. This one as well is like But yeah, I don't know. Like now that the scene is just kind of colors now, like it's like maybe you can put them in, but I think what I was trying to say is that like rather than putting in those kind of things, I feel like bokeh, where you have like these shit. I did a bunch of adjustments to them, so it's kind of hard to see already. Oh, right, it's pure white. Oh my god. But it just looks like this. It's already pre-blurred. But I thought it was kind of nice because it's something in the back that seems to suggest something, but also not really. Right? It's like something there, but also not really there. It doesn't necessarily make the scene outdoors, or like because it doesn't necessarily look like a city, but at the same time, it still kind of does. So it's kind of weird. Neither here nor there. But it's good for adding details, I suppose. Like, you know. I suppose. Oh my god. I suppose. Anyways, we need more better planning. So, but it's fine. It is what it is. Already getting slightly better with the planning because I'm really starting to catch some issues. I think when we started, I think I was anyways. I'm not sure. Maybe I was doing that before, but we still just haven't been able to solve them properly just yet. So in due time, I imagine. In time due, time due. Come on, tablet. No DDoS. I like the colors here, not so much here. But it seems acceptable. Maybe I can do it anyways. Huh. I seem to recall this brush that draws asymmetrically. So one side of the brushstroke will be hard-edged, and the other side will be soft-edged. And which side depends on which direction you're drawing in. But I do recall having such a brush. I don't know where it is. The screen is black. Okay, now it's back. Oh, it's taking secondary color of all things. Broski. Oh, I just have to not care then. Hi. Dare? Oh my guy. Makes 0 sense. Doesn't even look good. How about I just forget about this? Try to get some more interesting patterns some other way. What is this? What? Nothing quite like it, huh? It doesn't have to be the same, but then if it's not the same, I don't have the confidence in that it will work. I can't imagine how it will look at the end of it. I suppose we could leave it till the end. It is done at the end anyways. Screen, screen, screen. Come on. Yeah, these ones we have seen quite a few times, so can't be that big, but candidate, I think, possibly. What do we need here? I want to replicate the years that we saw on this artist. On this artist, I mean by this artist. Something spiky kind of thingy we need. So the years is one. This bleed kind of painting kind of effect brushstrokes, I want. It's number two. And then also just in general, a more noise, I think. Like even more noise than usual. Right now there's pretty much nothing here. So ideally this on that. This, that. I don't know how to do this. I don't have a brush like this at this point. I don't think I've seen one. If nothing comes to mind, then it must mean that I don't have it, because we have went through like all of these things so many times on stream now. Not to mention off stream as well. This might work for years, I think. Possibly. Why does it feel like it's not opaque? Like, what is up with that? Oh, because there's opacity setting, but for some reason it's hidden away and not in here. It's random. Oh, okay. Random opacity. What? That's a new one. If I can do this, then that should be capable of doing like something similar to what we were seeing, I think. It's not too bad. It is quite fuzzy indeed. It might be kind of hard to see this time around because we don't have nearly as much contrast as what's usually happening, which is some kind of black. Because it was used like here. Miss Valpo something. Borgia something. Can't remember. And then the other one was Tang Tang. Tang 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 Sahor. Very cool. Wait, did I not bring it in? Well, okay. Well, Tang 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 Sahor here has like the black outline as well. Also, ours is not as interesting because it is like one type. I feel like they have like very sharp long lines and also like kind of like a blur-ish kind of vibe going on at the same time in the same stroke, possibly. Or it could be different brushes, but I think there might be like 3. There's one of these guys here. Oh, maybe I should... No, it's already locked. Why is it changing width? Someone else has a... anti-aliasing. Let's turn that off. And then... yeah, one of you guys. My screen. Oh. No, anti-aliasing might be a little bit too Because if it gets too fuzzy here, it just looks like a noise, like a blur brush again. It is an interesting brush, though. We could definitely find somewhere to use this. Whoa, what is this? It's just not sharp enough. It is like kind of there, but not sharp enough. So it's that one, right? And then what else do we got? Yeah. I can kind of sort of relate to why, like, the artists that I used to, well, not that I was following or watching any artists in particular, but like the people that I used to have seen before, they would talk about exploring, trying out different brushes and this and that. I can kind of appreciate what that is like now, because you see an artist that does something you like, and then you want to do the same. If you can find like the similar brushes, it makes it so much easier and consistently done, doable, I guess. It's nice. Gotta learn how to use the brush though. I think this is definitely a good one. I'm gonna move it to here. This will be considered texture in the direction of my line. That would be one. There'll be more later for the years. We have to draw in some of these lines as well, I think. Then the other texture would be either the general one we have to look for. It almost looks like a stamp, actually. It's quite stampy. It's very repetitive. What was the other one? Oh, right, the one that bleeds. Yeah, this one almost feel like two brushes though. Like it feels like one brush that draws and one brush that erases, and both of them have different textures. And then depending on how it interacts, it comes out slightly differently each time. It's in direction, repetitive, some kind of texture on the stroke, and then the stroke itself has a. How does this work? Actually, how does this texture work? Looks almost like a ribbon kind of texture, where it's like printing stuff out as you're drawing, and then it will print from different parts of the ribbon texture, and it will be different. No, that means it's just a texture file, and then it's a ribbon, and then it's revealing the thing. Okay, that makes sense. And then the brushstroke itself. Oh, okay, now I can see it. Yum, yum, yum. But it looks very specialized. I don't know. Let's see if we... It's like... it's almost like something like this with the brushstroke, but then with a texture on it. So that as you're drawing it, you have this brushstroke itself acting like a clipping mask, and then revealing stuff underneath. Oops. I guess it's a little bit too dark. Okay, it's not very good. Almost like the multiply one, maybe? Because you want to be able to see it, but this is too shit. It's not fine enough. Almost even like canvas or something, you know? Yeah, why is it so bad, actually? Why is it so bad? Oh, scale ratio. Oh my god, dude. Unbelievable. Oh, it's just zoomed in too much. Somehow. Why is it so bright now? Yeah, almost something like this. Emphasize density. What does that mean? Don't know. What does this all mean? Ooh. Yeah, nothing too good at this point. It could work though. This is somewhat similar already, I feel. Okay, never mind. Not quite. Not so much a texture problem. Maybe it's a brush tip problem. How? But it gives us a clue as to how to make the other one, I think. Because then I know how to make it be more pronounced like this. It's just that we still don't have a good way to... We don't have that texture that is here. Yeah, it is so nice and crunchy. Yummy. What do? Oh, no music. Man, getting kind of sleepy again. So sleepy. I did some drawing today already. I was working on the plushie version of the ref. Same pose, just scaled differently. Yeah, the hips look too much now again. Yeah. Lower volume for myself. There you go. This one was always my go-to, but I think it's not emphasizing texture enough or something. Oh, wait, this is the reason. Oh, really? Yeah, we could do something like maybe this. And then erase it. It will achieve something like akin to the stuff that we saw from over here. This is what I meant by like it looks like it's like painted and then erased. Somehow intuitively it feels like this is the kind of pattern that I'm seeing. But at the same time, like if this is the process, it feels very cumbersome, you know. This is very deliberate, but it also feels kind of like just kind of whacked in. Like pop, 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 and you're done. And then not like 2 strokes each. Let's come up with it. Good work. I wonder if dual brush means that you can have the other brush be an eraser. Is that how that works? Okay. If I do dual brush here, can it not be... What does height mean? Also, can you only select from here? Well, you can set it up again, right? So that means I can reconfigure the same brush into here. That's like the other... I don't know what the other one's called, but... Brush. Something like this. What does it do now? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. So much work. Such a pain in the butt. Oh shit, I gotta reset this. Reset. Yeah, like this. I mean, it's not that cumbersome, I suppose. Too big. I suppose it could work, yeah. Should be fine. I could do it like that. Okay, so that's our second option. Sorry, second thing. Let me just write this down, because I'm gonna forget. And this other one is... Oh, right. What's it called? Text line rough 1D2. And then last one is general noise. General noise, automatic overlay over here. And then over here we have this. Dang, if only they have bots, I would be able to solve this problem, because I sense something more than you see, like, there's a lot of different colors here. There's like one shade of orangey brown here. There's actually more redder brown here. Like a darker brown here, then there's like a darker brown here, and then lighter brown, and then lighter brown, and then lighter red brown. There's just way too much color in here for it to have been done manually, I feel like. It feels like a gradient map. Like, and because everything is so sharp here, it doesn't feel like a marker kind of thing, because marker would have even more shades, right? It would feel like it's blended. But it's like a lot of colors, but very distinctly small steps. Very distinct steps, but small steps. Well, it feels like some kind of weird filter going on here. I can't quite tell. Like this as well. The red orange, like the red brown base with like the purple and like the desaturated greenish looking thing, but I think it's just gray. Yeah, we're gonna break this down. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Even if they were streaming, I think it was a little bit too slow, because like it's like live stream, no scrubbing, and that is a lot of time to sit there and then watch. They don't have bots. I'm just checking again. GG. What do I do? So we want just noise texture, right? I guess we could deal with that, but we don't want just like a very like even noise like this, because this is boring. This is interesting because it's not even. We've got empty patch, noisy patch, and then stroking patch, and then this and that. I mean, we could do it manually. Let me think. But it looks so... I'm trying to imagine the workflow. It feels so stupid though. Like, you're just kind of going through like areas like these. You're like, oh, let me get some of this in. Oh my god. Give me some of that. And then give me some of this. Oh. Gotta make sure these brushes are ready though. Sure, my screen is black. Why is it so big? Oh, I didn't make it small enough yet. Huh? This is double colored. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to emulate it well like this, I feel like. And then that has jitter on it. Especially trying to get other colors. Like, not messing up the values as well at the same time. Like, this is already removing my noise and also making it differently in terms of value. Anyways, everything can be chalked up to skill issue though if you really can always see it as a skill issue thing, but gonna make our life a bit easier. Yeah, I mean if you zoom out, it's not really that obvious. What should I do? I just need one brush that has it. That has what? If it's just noise texture, we could just make one. What I usually use to paint? Marker, and then into last time was marker into the square brushy. Square brushies? I could paint with this guy. This has noise by default, but it is very, very lopsided. Or marker. I think, wait, which one was it? Is it this one? I think it's my sketch brush, wasn't it? It's my usual sketching brush. Just got opacity on it, I think. I forgot who asked for it. Someone asked for a brush, and I forgot which brush it is. But I do remember, I think it's the sketch. Oh, I think it's the sketch brush. RB. Oh, interesting. I suppose, yeah, it's, anyways, I guess we color now. Do I color now? What's the coloring steps again? First of all, get rid of this. But I think we do... So on top of the lines, which is you guys, but the lines probably need some more color first. I think, yeah, I think all the colors are kind of there, perhaps. I'm not really sure what I want with the background, actually. But maybe we can composite some stuff in at the end. What's the likelihood that I'm going to end up having to change the values of it? If I want to add stuff in, it's decently high that I'll end up tweaking it. If I don't, then we can just leave it. I think it's interesting because I made the background pretty bright now. And as a result of it, like the orange doesn't feel as strong anymore. But like the reason why I made it bright was because I have nothing to put in the back. And if you have nothing to put in the back, it's gonna look empty. And even though bright empty and dark empty are both empty, I feel like bright empty feels less empty just because it's brighter. And it feels like it's the empty in the sense that like you can see what's there and there's nothing there. Versus the dark empty where it's like, I don't know if anything is there. And it feels like a black void kind of empty. If that makes, I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anyways, nobody cares. Let's see, I'm going to try and get some line colors in before we go forwards with painting. I'm gonna make everything just bluer on the top first. Okay, give me the color. What is it? Right. Tripping again. Hello, Dubai. Hello, Dubai. Hello, Dubai. Hello. Hello. Hey, Chani. I feel like I've seen this name before. I am following them. Oh, wait, I was here recently. I saw this piece and how people were, I know. I forgot which one. There was one of these posts where apparently she was saying, or the artist was saying, that people are saying that her style looks like other artists or something. Did I not see that? I'm pretty sure I saw it. Anyways. 3 eyes? Wait. Are you saying... Oh, no, it's fine. I got it. Wait. I thought like... The one that I'm looking at already was like 2 eyes. It's like a different artist with 3 eyes. Which pretty much is exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's very... how do I say this? It's very... character art vibey. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how else to say it. But like... I think that was like a... Hang on, let me see. It is this artist, I think. That was like a work in progress. No, sorry, not a work in progress. There was like a comparison of like old style versus new style. And like the old style had like very sort of faded eye color. Or maybe it was a different artist. But like I've been looking for like a way to draw eyes for a long time. Oh yeah, this one. Had to take a break after posting on Little Red Note. Facing a lot of hate. Looks too similar to another artist. But yeah, anyways, what was I saying? Right, I've been looking for like a way to draw eyes for a really long time, like before stream started. And then now I realize like there's only one thing that I really care about, and is that you really gotta have a lot of like contrast, like value contrast. So the dark parts really try to push black. Well, not here, but like the plushy ones are very sort of apparent, I think. Because it pops out so much more if you have like pure black over here. And like nowhere else. Although this isn't pure black, but the eyes big eyes. It's also got very little white space here. It's also pretty round, so it's very big. It just draws you in here. I don't even see anything else. I only see the eyes. But yeah, they have like a very sort of very polished looking style. Like everything is so clean and clear, even though like some of the edges are pretty smooth. I wonder how that works, because like usually like smooth edge like this made me feel like it's incomplete. Maybe it's like the edges have like a good amount of ambient occlusion in some of these really tight areas that makes it feel like it's really complete. And therefore like the smoothness of this part is very, very much intentional. Rather than just incomplete, you know. Yeah, this ribbon is kind of insane. And it's like none... Do we have one that's zoomed in menus? I guess this is good enough. Ultra processed? I'm not really sure what that word entails. Oh, this is interesting. This cut here makes it look like this is painted separately here. I have a tendency to try and group all the stuff on one layer. So like this bright part will be grouped with this bright part. But this looks like it's painted differently, separately here. Yeah, dang, look at everything. Like, this is kind of cracked. I haven't heard people say cracked in a long time. Everything does look pretty smooth though. This is the thing that I was thinking about for like these guys, because if you want to get smooth stuff, like you want to have smooth edges like these, but smooth edges are so much harder, right? Because you have to control the amount of smoothing depending on the form, and then that's just like so much more work. So yeah, this is someone who spends a lot of effort and takes a lot of pride in their work. This is very cool. All the details and stuff. Huh. You do have stuff like this too, huh? Like, holy shit, like, look at all the pinholes and stuff. I would never do this. Never. Not even as like a show of skill. I'm not gonna bother. It's way too much work. If I ever do this, if you ever see me do this, it's either because it's an imposter or it's like some kind of weird photo bashing technique that I figured out that works. There's no way I'm doing this. Yeah, all the edges here. The bright edge, the darker edge. This part is flat. You can really feel that it's flat and then like it's raised and then a dip. And how straight the lines and how evenly spaced everything is, but it's not like a cheat, I think, because all the pinholes look slightly differently sized. Oh my god. I also still can't get over how bullshit like all the really like shiny surfaces rendering is, because most of the time people don't render the actual environment into it, right? Like they don't necessarily have the math done correctly because you're not expected to. Why would you? Like that's so much work. Just let 3D do it, you know, if you want that amount of precision. But I just can't get over the fact that it's just like all bullshit all the time. Like all the shiny surfaces. Oh my god. The glass, dude. Holy crap. I've never spent too much time looking at the stuff in detail, but this is a detail indeed. Whoa. Screen's black again. Oh wow, the reflection here. Yeah, the attention to detail is kind of insane. What is this? Oh, the number of parts. Oh my god. Okay, is this for Live 2D? This better be for Live 2D. Okay, yeah, this is probably for Live 2D. Because that... Jesus. It's giving me flashbacks to the live 2D thing when we were doing it, because like everything is on a different layer for everything. My god, dude. It's just so you can animate every part separately. Just so you can put physics on everything separately. I mean, there is no need to go to this extent, I don't think. A lot of, like, the green could be one part, the stars can be separately done, but the green one part, the dark part one part, with the highlights and stuff. Maybe just the main highlight. The main two highlight. This part, this gradient could just be in there, you know, like... These eyelashes do have to be separate, if I remember correctly. Like, these outer frame kind of eyeshadow things could also just be together, I think. But yeah, it's what do I know? This is just yeah, too intense. Where was the finished model? Do we get to see it? I guess not. Draw on one layer of a pencil, right? The me who is currently trying to be able to do that and realizing the power in just not giving a shit. Yeah, but very cool debate. Thank you. Like, who's drawing zippers like this, dude? Like, who? Other than them, like, this must be some kind of a brush thing. But then at the same time, right, like you could use a brush. We have the same brush, right? We just like drawing squares. But they have to go in and put in the freaking the highlights on this part because it's a different plane. And then as you come down here, it disappears, and then over here you have it again. This shows that they're not like going too insane, I suppose, but this is already insane enough with the stitching as well. This has to be some kind of texture. Like, there's no way, dude. There's no way this is not some kind of texture for all the scenes. Like, this is hours and hours and hours of just drawing lines and dots. I mean, it's not to say you can. It's just like highly inefficient for like people who's using this as like a means of making money. But I suppose if they're doing it, like, you know, more power to them. Jesus Christ, this is... And I was complaining about frills and petals. Also frills. Flower petals. Petals. Ooh. What is this? In the past? Wow. Something funky about the perspective on the buildings. This is pointing like way high, which can be fine if the buildings collapse like this. But then all of a sudden it's pointing... Where is the point? It's kind of weird, but anyways, GG. GG, dude. GG. If they are pop girls, cat girls in the post-apocalypse, blah, 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 after the apocalypse, then it's worth, I guess. I guess it's worth, I guess. Where did my where did my paint overlayer go? I guess it's still here. Is it this guy? It is this guy. Okay. Lost track of it. What is this? Oh yeah, nonsense. How do my previous nonsense look now, actually? Let me move this up. What is this? Empty layer? What? I think it's the stars layer that's getting eaten up by the noise. Why is it so invisible? See, this wouldn't make any sense, but it would add some kind of detail to it. What if I flip it? What? I think my what? It has to be bugged, right? What? Why is it selecting only just a top? What? This is not even the layer that I have selected. Am I? What? Hang on, let me restart this stupid software. So you see the background's gone again. The one with Faye here and the Faye there. It just comes and goes as it pleases. Yeah, see, now it's correctly selecting stuff. Holy shit. Oh, this is kind of cool. It makes no sense, but it's kind of cool. You know, you get some stuff going on here. Can I just like, I don't know, like squish? Yeah, this is like putting too much emphasis on the feet again. Like, it just makes no sense. It's just like, look at what my feet can do. It's kind of interesting, I suppose. Can I do some more? I want to do some more. Like, this feels... Oh wait, we can definitely add some of this over everything, I think. It feels like it's like some kind of very moody kind of situation here, but like it just needs to be quiet enough. Okay, hang on. It's like, oh hang on, I have something like similar. Wait, in here there are like these, right? There are like these where you can see clearly, just different colors. But then there's also this. And this one's kind of interesting because it's like movement, but also not necessarily movement. To me, it feels like kind of like a memory, like a flashback kind of vibe. This is kind of interesting. If we can get this going, that might be nice. We should get like a bunch of like motion blur on the front, maybe. Our colors are not quite right because the lights are just 100% pure white. But we can check for proof of concept first. That being said, I wonder if it'd be better. Yeah. Right now it's a little bit too like these areas are a bit too big of a group. They might have to be smaller before this works, but we just try this first. Angle would be like, yeah, horizontal. Strength would be like batshit insane. And then we do it again. Maybe it doesn't work that well unless we... That's a mood for sure. I think at the very least we can just take this bottom. Okay, let me undo this real quick. Delete the mask. I don't need the mask. Oops. What is going on even? What is even going on? A big part of the problem is that I don't really know what this actually is, like in the original. What exactly is this thing, right? It definitely does look like motion blur on some kind of light effect. Maybe like a bloom effect on the camera lens when you're moving or something. I think. If we know what it's for, it's a bit easier to figure out like how to add it in like a bit more effectively, because then I can look at the light source and try to line it up or something. As it is, like I have no idea. I do feel like maybe how do hang on. I have a lens flare thingy. Where's my lens flare thingy? Particle size. What? Oh, because it's locked. Whoops. Oh, wait. Right. Is it? I'm not sure. I am not so sure. Not so sure. Trying to emulate it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I am slowly... What are purple lines for? That's a great question, Vivek. Now, I wish I knew the answer, but I do not. Oh my god. Now that's a great question. What are the purple lines for? I don't know, but after doing this, I just have like a better idea of what is needed to make it look similar to what is we're seeing in the ref. Because it's not as it's not just putting random dots and then like blurring it. There's also how much to blur, and there's also like probably multiple layers. I think there's like 3 layers. You have like the initial, you have the big, like tiny, how do I say this? Like the thinner strips. These guys are probably done separately. Then you have the bigger ones. And then you have the big circles. They're kind of like here and there. But I just don't know like what works and what doesn't. Like what is so like this green seems to line up with this blue darker part of the sky, and this orange is like almost as though there's something glowing here, which isn't necessarily drawn in the other ones. But and then the top and bottom are synced up. And this maybe is a compliment. Maybe it has to be a compliment. I don't know, but almost feels like the film was like burnt or something. I'm not sure, but this is too much. But like it's just a interesting test, I think. At the very least, I think something like maybe like a... Oh, not the red ear month. If I just do something like that, and I just do even just this, would be... Sorry, did it do anything? I kind of don't know where it went. Maybe need more. Okay, maybe I can't see a shit. How about this? Just do something like that. It's too clean right now. I'm just gonna blur it a bit. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's straight anymore, but shit. If I just... Anyways, I figured that maybe like some lines might work. Again, because like the scene doesn't have any... I don't know what the scene is about, like it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Nothing makes a lot of sense. But we just have ideas on the board, I guess. Wait, hang on. If I were to add the effect, would it be over the brushstrokes? It could be over, it could be not. I think like if the brushstroke were at the end, on top of everything, it would make it look more like a painting. Which could be cool. Right? Imagine like this one in the breath. Everything looks so smooth and refined and stuff, and then that's just a big couple of brushstrokes. Maybe some parts of the painting has to also be a little bit rougher, so that it kind of matches that expectation, I suppose. It'll look kind of cool. Ugh. We haven't even done any painting. I'm tired already. At least we have the colors here, I suppose. Painting is just pushing colors around. Yes, 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 of course. Alright, how do I separate layers? So I think the last time I didn't separate layers at all. Oh, wait. There's two things. I didn't separate layers at all, that's number one. But then the second thing is I forgot that there was a thing where you can have a color rough like this, right? And then you can still go in and draw clean line art. And then block out the colors, but then use that as the clipping mask on the... so you use that base color block out as a clipping mask or as a selection, so that you can clip out just the colors from the original color rough. So now you can paint still, but all the edges have been taken care of and they're stuck. And I saw it in the Colossal course recently because I was going through some of them. And it was from... it was from this artist. Let me get their stuff up. It was from this artist, their Colossal course. It's about like drawing in general. I didn't really watch like all of it. I was just like skimming through it, but the example that they gave was done like that, where it was just like a very rough color rough, but it's got all the colors and all the stuff in the right spot. Kind of like what we do, except theirs is even more refined than this. And then they will draw like a clean line art. And then they will use that selection to cut it out, and then they will paint again within that line art. Sorry, within that new clip out layer. So it's still kind of painterly process. But you get the best of both worlds, I guess. Yeah, this one was what they drew. It looks a little bit rougher than the others, perhaps. Let me see. What do I want to do? I don't feel like doing anything anymore, actually, but... we could also try that process. Because, okay, so two options. If we just paint, I need to figure out some quick layering. So that I can paint each layer a bit more effectively without affecting the others. That would be nice. But if I'm doing something like that, we are doing like a block out of the character and all the wolves and all the background and this and that. If we're doing that, we need like a cleanish edge. No, we don't have to. I guess that would be the difference. But then again, it's not like theirs requires it. It's only because they're doing clean line art, that's why they were doing it. I guess it's the same thing. Do we want clean lines? Oh yeah, this is the example, I think. No, it's not. It's the different colors, I think. Yeah, not sure. Can't be bothered thinking. Maybe I'll just paint. As a whole. I'm just gonna ignore everything. What is this? Am I painting on top of this? Why am I painting on top of it? This is line, right? Okay. So at this level is what we're doing. Okay. If we do want clean edges, if we do want this and that, I think we'll just figure it out later. Because it's not like the work now will be lost if we do it like that. So cool. Wow, so cool. Maybe I'll use my sketch brushes to actually do some of the initial stuff, like cleaning up some of just the shapes or something. So that we can keep... Oh, wait, the lines... Let me think about this. If I truly just paint over, then we don't care. I guess I'm just gonna do that then. It is kind of hard to grab the right color with the noise, though, as we discovered last time. Actually, you would never get the right color, because it's dark pixel and light pixel, but what we're perceiving is something in the middle. So I don't think it's possible to actually get the right color that way. Although I cannot get intermediate colors like this, because it doesn't have the right marker kind of vibe thing. I guess this is the part that's supposed to be relaxing and brain dead. Supposedly all the decisions have already been made. Supposedly. Oh wait, where's my... I'm just gonna use my skin color here. Maybe a bit brighter. Maybe a bit orangey or red. Go this way. I suppose. Oh, right, I forgot. Eyes come first. Do our eyes first. Do the eyes first. The face needs to be locked down first, and then we don't lose track of it. Ah, shit. Screen, bro. Come on. Come on, broski. Come on, broski. Oh, yeah, do I have to... No, I think it's good enough, right? This is a 4K canvas? Yeah, it's good enough then. It's like 2K up, down. What am I doing here? Dang. If you ever bring stuff into Minecraft or something that's like very pixelated, we'll not have any issues, bro. Holy shit. It's already pixeled. Yeah, you will hurt your toes, like your feet walking over this art. Seriously. Crap. So spiky, dude. All the angles. All the corners. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. My screen, stop. Oh my god. Can't draw, dude. Seriously. Oh my god, stop DDoSing me. Oh my god. Oh my god, step bro. What are you doing? Is it looking down correctly? It does really look like she's looking at her feet rather than at the wolf. But then again, it wouldn't be in the same line of sight. It's the same, right? Because she's being pushed back. So like sideways, she's kind of like doing this. The wolf is like here, with her head here, looking down the toes. Because the wolf is like, eh. And then the nose is like here. About the same, I think. I didn't actually give it proper thought. I was just confirmation bias. Maybe the eye can move a little bit over or something. Maybe, yeah, more this way, perhaps. I wonder if there's any other MMO like MapleStory was back in the day. Do people play MMOs nowadays? I feel like kids are all like Roblox or like Fortnite or something. Is this aligned? Can't tell, but way monies, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm drunk, dude. Holy shit, I'm drunk. MapleStory was magical for me, but only because I think it's just the first MMO I ever played, and probably the only one, I think. What did I do with the eyes for the last one? Sorry, the face. Did I do the whole outline or what? I did the whole... Oh, wow, okay, I even forgot to erase this. This is how little I cared. I gave no shit. Holy shit. It didn't even trigger. I think it kind of ends here because the hair is there. MapleStory. MapleStory. Dun, 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 dun. MapleStory. Dun, 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 dun. Ow. And then paint over is on the knife. Oh wait, it's right here. I already have it. Oops. My playlist is it's just MapleStory music, but slightly modified to be different from what they originally were. Like in terms of instruments. Meow, 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 meow. Do you like the block? Do you like the mushroom game? I just got confused with block game for a second. You should go on the subreddit for MapleStory and ask if you should start the game. you should do that and see what people recommend. Oh man, everybody's always like, don't you fucking play this game, dude. And then they have like 3,000 hours in it recently. But yeah, mushroom game is still pretty somewhat popular, I think, in Korea, just because it's like what my generation grew up with, and everyone in Korea of my generation knows what MapleStory is and have played it. That's just like how it is. But then like it's not necessarily, it's got its own controversies, right? I don't know if this tactic was first used in MapleStory or like something else or what, but like there's this thing called a protest truck, where whenever like the update it doesn't go well or something, like they added something that's like not very popular, players would pay money to hire a fucking truck with like a loudspeaker, and then they will go out to like Nexon's headquarters and just spam it. It will just blast shit at them. I think it's probably used for the other gacha games as well by now, but like in the past I remember this was a thing. For MapleStory as well. Very interesting. Is it time for my annual MapleStory login? I don't know how color is shaped here, but I'll figure out about it for now. Oh, sorry. Thumbs amok. Okay, what color is predominant? Oh, right, those are not. Let's see. So exciting. Wow, amazing. Anything else I can do for art that isn't art? I wonder. What? It ended? God. My screen is not helping. Please stop. Oh my god. Please, bro. Please. What is happening here? Right, I forgot to draw the pause. Okay, shit. I guess now it's not too late. I'm not doing it today. Oh my god. Me. Tablet doesn't want me to draw, come on. Color separation here, huh? What would it be though? Something bluer maybe. Something bluer and lighter. Too strong. What color is her hair right now, honestly? Like, it looks kind of purple at this point, right? I think I overdid it a little bit. Need to bring back a little bit of orangey, maybe? My screen, bro, come on. I don't know which way is not tight, like the connector. If not, I'll just tape it down doubly hard. Doubly. Tongue couldn't catch up. Doubly. Oh, actually, I don't like this on the hair. I do kind of like it on the hands, maybe. Let's back the other brighter. Yeah, this doesn't work like this, right? How do I draw this actually? Oh, right, we're supposed to use our new brushes. Where did I put it? Text line, this guy. Kinda strong. What color do I even use though? Can't really see the edge. And learning curve on a brush. It doesn't have enough, it needs a good amount of contrast to really see the strands. I think this one is still a little bit too broken up. If we take this, and then maybe just like have a few, I think it might be better. Oh right, we make a few variations of it. So we make a couple copies of this, and then each one has like a different peak that's being emphasized. Then we put all of them in, auto show, and then have the system auto randomize it. Maybe it'll be better, yeah. Hello, show. Hello. 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 Yeah. I am doing a non-answer. We're fine, Joe. For now. Still alive for now. Very cool. So fun. Oh my god. So fun. Wowzers. What is happening here? What's happening here? Yeah, it's a toss-up. I also took a day off from work today, so I do have more energy just because of that. But I didn't actually sleep well last night, which is why I took a day off, so I can sleep a little bit more, which I don't know if I end up doing. Didn't pay attention to the numbers, but yeah, I mean, day by day, you know. If we make it through one more day, that is great. Very cool. What the fuck is happening here? Oh shit. What the crap? What the fuck is this? Yeah, no, I'm aware of the time. I've been looking at it. I actually I thought about stopping at 11 and then 11:30 and now it's 11:50. Not to alarm anyone. It was pretty bad when I started stream and then now it's fine again. Oh my god, this is I'm making it worse. What does this look like? Yeah, we have fun over here, guys. We have I mean, it's I do what I can. I am taking action on my side, as I mentioned in the announcement, to try to alleviate some of the issues. Right. Trying to be more hands-on with the sleeping thing, with the resting. All the problems that are afflicting sleep, I try to counter it actively. One of them is that you shower with hot water, so your body's warm. And then I feel thirsty, I drink water, but then when I sleep, I feel cold, and I just keep going to the washroom constantly, because when you're cold, your blood vessels constrict. And your volume actually goes lower, right? The amount of volume you can hold in your blood vessels go lower. So you end up like squeezing a bunch of water out. So I try to actively counter that by not drinking water and feel thirsty. And so set it up so that it's more of a colder environment, and then I try to keep myself warm in a colder environment, because that colder environment helps people, like your body, know that it's time to sleep. You know, we had this discussion in the Discord before with Ibukize and Jip. And then what else? Like, it's really hard to stop the thinking and the mental noise. That part, there's not much I can do about that. But then there is a trigger for going to bed. There's a trigger for dreaming. If I can trigger that thing manually, it's a pretty sort of surefire way to actually fall asleep. But the trigger is kind of hard to find sometimes. Yeah, no, when I say I'm taking action to try to alleviate the problems, I am taking action. The same way I'm dealing with art. Like, you guys see how I do art kind of thing. We just do the same thing for like sleep. Where you're working through each issue one by one and trying to solve it. But it is kind of hard because not everything is in my control. Like, weather is a big problem. If weather is cold or hot, there's like this weird magical sweet spot where I cannot sleep properly because my temperature control is not that sensitive. So it's either I set it to be on or I set it to be off. If it's on, it's super bloody hot, so the weather better be cold. If it's off, then I get to balance it out with like blankets and this and that, but of course, you know, there's a limit to how much that can do. Also, my metabolism is so low that usually it's not enough by itself. I do need some kind of external heating. Right. I'm pretty sure dreams are when you don't really sleep that well. Like, if I don't sleep well, I have dreams. Actually, I had like a really bad dream recently. I was like, this is a bit graphic. This is very graphic, actually. But I was being experimented upon or something, and then my skull was opened up. I can feel like my skull vibrating as the drill went in. And then like I felt my brain being cut up, and then as the brain was being cut up, I lost vision slowly. And I can slowly feel like the different senses cutting up. It was very, very, very real feeling. But I knew it was a dream too. That's kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, I think I have dreams when it's like too cold, when I'm not sleeping properly. So when you're not fully asleep, is what it feels like. Where you're still kind of partly awake. That seems to be how it is for me. If I don't get good sleep, then I get dreams. Yeah, I mean, my dreams do get kind of a little bit weird sometimes. It is one of the worst ones. Another time I got shot in the head, I think. I can kind of still remember it. I kind of vaguely remember it. I got more fucked up by that dream than this one, actually. Because that one affected me for like 24 hours straight. Until the next night, I can still feel the fear that I felt. This one, I was like, I woke up, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Huh? Kind of weird. Ooh. Anyways, it's fine. It's just a bunch of anxiety pent up. I won't be the, well, not the first, not the last, you know, kind of situation. It's part of why I'm here every day. Like, it's meant to sort of counteract some of these problems. I think that's good, show. It means I think that means you're like, at least personally, I think that means you're sleeping well. Like, it means you have had like a good day. You know, like you spend a lot of energy, and then when you're sleeping, you're actually sleeping and recovering. You're not like having like an overactive brain that's still trying to send signals even though you're asleep. So you don't really get like a dream per se. You just kind of go to bed and you wake up, and it's the next day, and you're refreshed and you're ready to go. How much work did we do today? This? It's a nice cleanup, I suppose. Kind of scared of the shorts, because the shorts I have no idea what's happening that well. I do like dreams though. I always feel like dreams are like a great way to get like some inspiration. Although most of my dreams are like if I'm not dying, it's mostly getting chased by people. But like at the same time, it's got some pretty cool environments. So I have this idea that like one day when we get good enough at art, I would maybe purposefully try to induce some dreams, you know, like if I'm not like, if I have the capacity and stuff to do so. You know, right now we don't exactly have that. I really need good sleep, but potentially I can use it as a way to get ideas. That's why I was never really scared of not having enough ideas. I was always only afraid of not having the skills of capturing them. That said, though, during the streams I realized that, you know, like being able to turn an idea onto canvas is not as simple as just having the technical skills to render it, but also like the actual skills to plan, to find, to compose and this and that. So yeah, I think dreams where you're like in a bad situation usually is a sign that you're not, maybe like a little bit stressed from day-to-day life. Like I'm getting chased because I always feel like there's a deadline for like the stuff that I want to do, like art. Right? If you want to start a relationship, start a family, now's a good time to find a partner. You know, any later it'd be really, 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 really hard if it isn't hard enough already. And then before, there's also the stress of forgetting what I wanted to do. So every day I feel like I'm getting chased by what I'm not sure, by time. Yeah, maybe. It's really hard to tell, I guess. I feel like it's subconsciously that do kind of mean like that is the case, but maybe not for everyone. Surely it's very, very personalized. Things like dreams. Dreams. We're slowly hitting that problem where I don't know what to do with some of the rendering. But get good, am I right? Lamau. Is this Choo Choo Island? Holy shit, it's been a while. Choo choo. Thing. Environment is familiar. Environmente. I think, yeah, I dream about my like my schools a lot from when I was much younger. Like the buildings would look familiar, but like way bigger, like way more floors. We went from like 5 floors to like 20,000 floors, like 20 floors. I realize I have to give the numbers correctly because otherwise you guys might actually think that's 20,000 floors, but 20 floors or something, that's like a lot of floors. So cool. Wow. I do kind of enjoy those environments myself. I think environments are rarely scary part of the dreams, I think. It's usually like the things and the people that's in them. Environments has always been like, oh, maybe a little bit hostile, but it's always been kind of cool to explore it. Hello, Maxi. The school stairs are broken and you cannot pass. I think... No, like, yeah, Interesting. I always remember getting chased in my dreams, but I don't remember like what happens if I do get caught or like I escape or something. That I don't remember. But I don't remember any time getting like cucked by like a stair or something, you know. I don't remember getting screwed over by stairs or like the environment. Usually it's by my own incompetence, I think, if it's a screw up. Something feels a bit skewed over here. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, it's too solid, I think. We don't have enough colors here for me to actually like show the layers. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. Plus the pens are getting pulled off slightly. The forms are not quite the usual way, the ones I think. What we need is a volunteer. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. I'm making it unnecessarily hard by having this element here. You can also just ignore it. Also, I noticed I've tried really hard to keep the lines on the legs here. And also with the other style, with the plushy ones, I think lines are not as bad and like even like a painterly setup because you can use it for so much color now. It doesn't even matter if the lines are like thick or not. I mean, it does at the end, right? Of course, but like when you're drawing it, it's like just do whatever. That's natural. And then it can be fixed anytime by either adding color to it, which if it's a lighter color lowers the contrast, or just like painting over it, which you can do anytime too. So it's like kind of nice, like to have some. I don't have to worry about it too much. Yeah, we're just outright, we're just like hardcore painting. Like this is the thing that I am so afraid of. Like maybe like 200 streams ago, I'm pretty sure we're still pretty afraid of this. It takes like 1 or 2 times where you just kind of like stop giving a fuck anymore, and then you just try to do it. And then every time, like now I just learned that like don't think too much about like the whole thing yet. Just focus on what's happening here right now. And then worry about everything else later. Because you can always worry about those things later. You don't have to do it at the same time. Now we're okay. That being said, though, this is I'm doing this knowingly, knowing that we're gonna run into issues later. Specifically with like the character separation and background, this and that, because I feel like it should not be down the same layer, just so we can do some effects a little bit more easily later. But I also don't feel like thinking. Just to get a good moment, I guess. This knee is abysmal. Maybe I'm doing the wrong way. Maybe I should do it this way and then just like do the light part somehow. Does that look right? I don't know. Looks kind of funky. Whatever. See, ideally this part here will be separated so the background can stay cohesive. Like, because it's a gradient, right? Once you start painting, you're gonna see all these things come up. I think for our case, it's not too bad because I do want to make it look more painterly. So all I have to do is just come in later, maybe with some like texture brushes or something, to make it look like it was never meant to be a gradient, smooth gradient. And that would have been fine. Probably, I think. Same for the back, I think. Just rough it up a bit. It's a bit out of place right now. And I would have hated it if I hadn't seen other people's stuff before, but if we're gonna do the stuff that we saw in the reference, this is not gonna be a problem, because we're gonna make it even worse. There's gonna be even more apparent textures. This is all good. Good. Get the scar colors. Oh boy. Where are my colors, broski? Where is it? Ah, right. It's not one color fits all because there's a lot of gradients going everywhere. It is unfortunate. Can't see it. Yeah, I think this is all we can really manage now. We did make progress today. A good amount of progress, I think. But only because I kind of abandoned the original idea. But I guess it's like... That's just how it is right now. When you don't have enough skill to execute on everything. Then this is much more preferred over getting stuck. So... That is how it's gonna have to be for a bit. Oh, this brush has some weird angle on it. Hang on. But I am too lazy. Okay. Yeah, I explored the brushes, which we have to figure out how to use, but I think this brushes is not good enough right now, for sure. I'm gonna have to try and make it better. Good thing we have a reference at least. Oh. We gotta learn how to render hair too. Like I've been just doing the splat thing for a really long time now. Now that I'm a bit more accepting of like more painterly stuff, I think we have the opportunity to do a little bit more without triggering. And this one here is kind of done with the other one for today. We'll just continue tomorrow. I think we lower this leg a bit, and then I can push this down a bit more. Planning window, yes sir. Planning window. Closing. Very cool. This Kino isn't necessary at all, because the usual workflow just dictates a redrawing over at the top, which I have to do anyways. And this is just therapy at this point. Definitely a because I can right now. I think it is confirmed warning. Maybe it's because I don't have the usual mouth thing. It looks kind of weird. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Indeed. Oh yeah, I guess tomorrow we need to continue. It looks a bit boring right now, but we can definitely make it look more polished just by adding particles or some kind of weird effect over the top, I think. Like, it's just very empty, but at the same time, right, if you think about some of these other pieces, they are also inherently very empty. It's just a character. And then the background would have had nothing at all. But they somehow managed to make it look like there's a lot. I mean, of course they have like more props and shit, but like, yeah, right, so ignore that for a second, and then it's like the only background that is. What can we do for this? What can I put in the back? I don't know. Something on theme. What is on theme here? More faces of wolves looking happy. Yeah, okay, I don't know, but like at least the colors I'm kind of enjoying what we've got. Like at this stage here with the lines and shit, it's kind of hard to see. But as we clean it up, like it's got a very nice gradual transition from orange to blue. And it kind of works. Kind of works. I also wasn't doing this. Oh no, wait, no, this doesn't make sense. Never mind. Because I added this cyan over here. this light bluish kind of color here. And it doesn't really fit the flow of the movement of the palette, because it starts with orange, right? It goes to red, purple, and then it would have just gone into like blue, but then now there's the light blue before the blue, which kind of flips the process a little bit, like the cycle a little bit, but I guess it doesn't matter as much. They're close enough. Oh wow, actually it's very close. Like the colors are a lot closer than I thought. Like a couple of points of difference between like saturation. 5 points different saturation. Hue moved by like 30 points almost, 20 something points. Kind of hard to, yeah, I guess it's not very accurate to look at values directly, because the colors are... No way, but does it work? Actually, I'm not sure. Because different colors have different values for the same saturation, but we're changing everything, so I guess, I don't know. Anyways, if I can just figure out something to put in the back, something to put in the front, and then maybe like these effects can be kind of edited in somehow. Let me try this again. Try it again. There's something we can do here, I'm sure of it. I should just do this. Yeah, now there's a distinct lack of the... Yeah. Oh wait, what the? This kind of works now. Does it work? Kind of strong, but isn't this kind of similar to the other thing that we were looking at? I think a problem here is that the underlying colors are already kind of bright enough. The one that we were looking at, this one here, the underlying color is kind of just like dark, and then like the light is only added by the layer on top, so right now it's a bit out of whack. Yeah, holy shit, like divine feat indeed. They're like, what the weirdness going on here. Something here, right? Surely. Did it do anything to a gradient? I don't think it did anything. Oh, it did. Look at this, like the strips. Kind of stripped the light a little bit. Because I guess it's a gradient and it's just like, oh, what the? Oh. Sharper, huh? Got like a sneaking suspicion that maybe something can be done with sharpen to get the textures that we wanted. Now it looks like AI generated. Oh, this is AI generated. Oh, shit. Whoa. Ah, okay, yeah. See, like, if I had the wolf separately, then the wolf could be aberrated while everybody stays constant. But then I suppose not too hard to set that up. Okay. So way stronger than I thought it was gonna get. Aniwase. I think I'll take a hike. Hop off here for today. Continue tomorrow. Tomorrow. Face looks different, but yeah. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah. Chromatic aberration, my muse. Whoa. Thumbnails 3? What? Who named this? Thank you, the virus. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.